What's up on the box, guys? This is TopHat Productions 115 coming at you with another video. This time we're going to be doing a quick update. Sorry that this took so long and sorry that I'm 30 minutes late. I literally scheduled this for 9 a.m. and forgot and thought it was supposed to be 9:30, so I'm 30 minutes late. Nonetheless, that should give you time to prepare, and yeah, if you were paying attention, you'd know this script is going to be a long one, so let's get this over with. Hi again, and President's Day is coming up this Monday, so great for you if you have a 3-day weekend. If you're off tomorrow, cool on that too. Now, if I remember correctly, we have like 6 or 7 topics to talk about here. The primary topic of this is going to be, of course, the preseason content update, which is coming up in March. And as I've already stated, we have an itinerary for this one. I'm just going to go on and show that off here right now. Yeah, it's that one. That 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics. So yeah, we're going to go on and start with the first one. The first one, of course, is going to be episode streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Pause the video if you need to. I'll be pretty much reading through all this content. In fact, I'll increase the zoom so it'll be easier. It is already in HD, but just in case. Here we go. There we go. That looks much better.
I'm actually not sure.
So this first one's probably a doozy, but it's going to affect what gets seen where, you know, YouTube, Twitch, Steam, etc. Most of you already know that this YouTube channel is the primary way to watch our newest episodes. However, we also tried to stream the episodes to other locations. As it turns out, this is an experiment that's been going on for a while, and so a bit of a risky one at that. I'll explain why it's risky later. Of course, the main test subject in this experiment was Twitch. That started like a year or 2 ago, and as you can see, it's been a bit stagnant lately. I'll be explaining why. For those of you who aren't familiar, Twitch is a broadcasting platform that allows for users to share gameplay, playthroughs, app demos, etc. in a live fashion. Pretty much means that you're seeing what's happening as it's occurring. You're seeing it as it's happening pretty much in sync or in a slight delay of some sort, usually within a couple of seconds. You need to have some form of dedicated streaming or encoding software, either built into the app that you're using or a separate app. Now, you guys already know what Twitch is, but that was just for those of us who, for some reason, may or may not know what Twitch is. So if you don't know what Twitch is, where have you been living? Under a rock? Sorry. Anyway, Twitch also has this one feature. You can actually highlight videos and live streams that you make in order to actually have it saved for a longer period of time. That is in addition to the fact that Twitch doesn't actually permanently save your live streams, from what I've seen. Kind of different from other platforms like YouTube and Steam, which I'll cover right now. YouTube, of course, is different because it started out as a video sharing website and you're supposed to upload your videos. And it grew to include streaming options. In fact, that's what I'm using right now to communicate with you, and this is what I'm using, Hangouts on Air. Now, of course, there are other options for YouTube, being the custom option. If you're a YouTube creator, you would know that the custom option means that you're using dedicated software similar to Twitch. And with this one, you would actually have more options than you do if you're using Hangouts on Air. So it has its pluses and its minuses. The minuses, of course, it can impact your performance if your computer isn't actually capable of handling both video gaming and dedicated streaming software at the same time. Now, the latter option, the one that's more like what Twitch offers, is a little bit more difficult to pull off because of the fact that it requires more setup on the part of the person doing the presentation or the episode or video. So with that said, I've attempted this before with OBS and other forms of streaming software, and those tests did not go well. the performance impact on the CPU and just the whole entire system was ugly, to the point where the computer would either lock up or the game would start to stutter. With Minecraft, if you saw all of our tests that we made public months ago, I was able to start the game, get into the world, but then as soon as I got into the world, the lag spike was real. It was a terrible FPS drop, like from 30 and 60 frames per second all the way down to 2 frames per second. It's terrifying. With OBS and all the other streaming softwares I tried, there are 2 pieces of software that I tried, couldn't get the performance to work, and as a result, it was pretty much impossible. It was one of those impossible situations for me because, hey, I'm supposed to be putting up videos on a regular basis, but I can't stream to Twitch. At least with YouTube, Hangouts on Air allows for me to stream even without the dedicated software, so I don't have to worry about that. But here's where things get interesting. A few years ago, Mojang actually broke the barrier that made streaming, as in dedicated live streaming, difficult by actually including Twitch API or libraries into the Minecraft game itself. It was a smart move, and I have to say, it made streaming to Twitch a lot easier. In fact, I was able to stream to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. So you would have episodes showing up in 2 different locations at once, and I was able to do it without actually straining my computer to the point where it looked like it was going to blue screen the crap out of itself. However, that obviously didn't last long because Minecraft 1.8 pretty much marked the end of that integrated Twitch live streaming and pretty much killed off the idea of live Twitch content in my case. Tried out all those other streaming softwares, OBS being the major suggestion from you guys, but just couldn't get it to work. To add insult to injury, unfortunately, the content streamed to Twitch has a limited lifespan, as I've said just a couple of minutes ago, requiring live streams to be highlighted in order to stay up. Highlighting pretty much meant that I had to summarize or chop up the video into something shorter than what it originally was, which means that you're losing content. In this case, you're not seeing as much of the video, and it pretty much defeats the purpose of live streaming the content to begin with, because on YouTube you get the whole entire video. On Twitch, I'm only allowed to keep pretty much a trailer of what happened or a summary. The purpose of me even doing these streams is A, to have fun and to interact with you guys, and B, to give you some insight on how a game or an app works, or maybe how a new feature works, or how an update works, etc. However, if I'm being forced to chop up the content, I'm quite sure that it's not really as enjoyable, because in the end it ends up being a rip-off trailer of what it actually should have been. For all the prep time that goes into the video, plus the time that goes into actually live streaming the video, because I actually have to moderate that thing when I stream it, can't do much editing until afterward. It ends up being pretty much, it makes it not fun for both sides. You're missing out on content, and on top of that, it's over half the video that's being removed. Over half of it, usually. So for an hour live stream, I'm only keeping around 10-15 minutes. And that's why I can't really do that on a regular basis. That's really one of the major reasons why Twitch has remained barren on my part, unfortunately. So either way, it's a time-consuming process, which is also part of the reason why I still haven't been quite consistent with my uploads to YouTube either. With Twitch, it's been pretty much impossible. And after a while, what do I have to show for this effort, though? On YouTube, I have something left because that stuff is there to stay. As I just said with Twitch, all that stuff's prone to disappear. It's like starting over every week, every time I do an episode, content and stuff. And on top of that, I don't even know if I get to keep the chat logs. If I get to keep the chat logs, well, yeah, that's the only thing I'm keeping. But I don't even think I get to keep those, which is kind of annoying. So the social interaction thing gets wiped every time I do a video. Yeah, but that's really, it's bothersome because it pretty much puts a limited value on the time I put into this. And I want for you guys to have fun, and I want to have fun with you guys, interacting with you guys, actually allowing for you to see the video game or the app in action, allowing for you to actually make decisions on what we stream next and stuff like that. I want it to be a two-way street where it's actually going to be enjoyable. But with Twitch, it's impossible because while its platform works in the moment while the video stream is going, once the stream ends, all that information is lost. On YouTube, however, I actually get to keep all that information, and therefore it's not lost. it can still be around for future purposes as a reference. And that's why I can't really do Twitch. You, the viewers, miss out. You all know how difficult it is to shove content out like that on a weekly basis, and it's really a pain. So to sum it up, I got into Twitch because I just wanted to reach out to a bigger viewer base and to have fun doing what I like to do. Instead, I was busy cutting up all of my past content and reducing them to inadequate trailers to attract more viewers. Twitch took the fun out of streaming and made it feel more like I was constantly advertising on sporadic performances, begging for views instead of just playing the games and letting the viewers get into on the action. We all know that YouTube's moving in a direction that requires regular and daily uploads to get any attention, but at least it's a little bit more forgiving. The videos I made on YouTube are here to stay, no questions about it. But with Twitch, it's like starting over again every week. The platform requires regular live streams, and stream views are harder to get there. That means that there's less people watching, and pretty much defeats the purpose of live streaming. Live streaming is supposed to allow me to play along with you guys in real time, but if there's no one watching, well, what's the point of doing the stream? It's like performing the Moon Knight Sonata on stage, on a piano in front of a brick wall. It's cringy, and it's just flat out inconvenient to stream on Twitch at that point. That's why I haven't been online lately, for Twitch primarily, and I apologize for that. So, sorry about all of that. I mean, I did say that I would try out Twitch, but I guess it's just not going that way. So it's with some sadness that I state what's coming next. I won't be broadcasting any new episodes or reviews to Twitch anymore. All of the content's going to YouTube primarily. Twitch is dead. I'll leave a link to the Twitch page. I'll leave all that alone, but there won't be anything new showing up. Twitch is dead to me. Sorry. Now on to the next topic, something that won't be as cringy. However, there is a light at the end of this tunnel. Steam allows for in-game streaming, which means that anything I play on Steam could potentially be viewed by anyone with a public URL. This may take some work, but I can see this actually being a game changer in the near future because of the fact that it doesn't require as much effort to prepare for. Steam automatically streams the game if I actually set it up in settings, which I've already done. So that takes away like half of the work that I'd have to do because all the settings are already predetermined. And of course, I could also change some of the old live streaming policy that I've had in the past to actually accommodate for this. I can also add some of my games to Steam library that aren't already on the Steam market. So in theory, I could pretty much video stream anything through there to YouTube and Steam at the same time in the future, which is why I'm quite happy to say that I'm going to try to make that work. I'll try to actually get a link or a URL to the Steam page that I'll be live streaming to in the future, but for now, this is pretty much just some beta testing. Speaking of Steam, however, here comes that third topic. I'm doing a giveaway. It's called the Shell Shock Live giveaway. For anyone interested, here's how to enter. During the next 14 days, just post a comment either on YouTube or Google Plus for this live stream and or event with the following: your Steam name, your public name on Steam, that is, your CPU make and model, in other words, Intel Core i5, blah, 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 4007K, whatever, yeah, that. And of course, hashtag FreeSSL. A winner will be randomly chosen the day after the event and will receive the gift. This gift is currently sitting in my Steam inventory, so if you want it, get to work within the next 14 days. Because after these 2 weeks, it's over. Now that is out of the way, time to get a few other topics out of here. We only have like 2 topics left to go. If you want the full update, it's posted here on Blogspot. That's what I'm using to actually talk about this right now. Hashtag humongous Mac cursor. Yeah. Now for the software project updates, SWPUs. I'm going to keep more to the script with this one because there's a lot more detail that I have to cover. With the recent start of the college semester, a lot of the projects that I've been doing are now on hold again, including TXP-Cloud and TXP-JSI. If you don't know what those are, check out the main websites, TXP-Network.co.nr. TXP and Network are separated by a dash. One project that isn't, however, on hold is the TXP-VOS virtual operating system. That one has entered active development again and is still undergoing its boot kernel revision. If you check it out on Google Drive, paying attention here, this is going to be a little bit of a pain here. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the folder now so you can see it. I've been uploading all of my revisions here, and I'm hoping that you guys are actually able to test it because I'm including some testing tools with each version now. I haven't built any system images yet that you can run, but in the future I might start including them. So if I remember correctly, this in development folder should have it. It's no longer in the hints folder. So here it is. I hope. Yep, there we go. We have 4 versions currently uploaded for you to test out. You can test out 3.5, 4.0, 4.1, and 4.2. All of these are pretty much the same thing. They just have minor revisions to them that have been made. The actual major revision that started it all has already been removed from the internet just because of the fact that I wasn't satisfied with the way that it was actually structured and, I guess, designed. I've done many major revisions to the code since then to actually try to bring it up to par with what I would actually expect out of a full-fledged operating system project of my own design. I left a lot of comments in the source code. I would go over them, but at the same time, I mean, I've already gone over them in the past, and you've seen the first major redesigns like a year or two ago in another update. So that would be pretty much going over the same detail. You can easily download that from my Google Drive repo because I'll be leaving links in the description. And that should be pretty easy. I left a few testing tools in there. I'll explain where they came from in just a couple seconds. On Google Drive, if you're paying attention, the unarchived portion of the repo, though, is slightly outdated. That source is not the one that we're using. That one has to be updated once I get the boot kernel redesign working. This will be changed once version 5.0 is out. That's going to be the one where all the testing ends. That'll also be when I attempt to upload the first working system images for inDev, hopefully. Pre-beta, early alpha. This is currently scheduled for late spring, early summer, but this isn't set in stone. It's not guaranteed. If anything, I can work all the way up until fall, because I'm hoping that's going to be done. You already know where to go. Either email me or contact me on one of the content streams. And when you do, just make sure to leave some details about yourself, stating what you're good at, programming skills, etc. We also have a Reddit page where you can actually request to be on the project team as well. Currently, I'm the only one working on these projects. So I'm working on like GASI, TXP-Cloud, the VOS, TXP-MC, TXP. I'm working on around 4 to 5 projects right now by myself. If you actually want to help out, you can. I've already detailed which projects they are in past updates. But yeah, it's kind of a lot of work for just one person. Now to talk about the website updates and services. As previously revealed last year, right before New Year's, the latest version of the TXP Network's online services and infrastructure has already been released for public use. If you're interested in what this would include, please watch the previous TXP Network update, which featured this content. The same goes for upcoming games and apps may cover this upcoming content season. I'll post links for them in the description as well. Once again, sorry for the diatribe, but this had to be covered at some point. To make it up to you all, however, I may drop a surprise on the net sometime soon. Make sure to watch all content streams I'm on to get the clues. There will be at least 14 in total. Your first one, of course, just came right here, #3D. So as usual, leave clean feedback in the comments. Also, if you want to see more vids like this in the future, leave a like, subscribe if you wanna. To the returning viewers and watchers, keep asking questions. For any new ones, welcome to the galaxy. And to all you members, keep it cool until the next time. This is TXP signing out till March of the spring content season. And I hope you're having an awesome day.
And in real life, I would be the same way. I was like, yeah. Hey, I was joking. Stop playing.